Hey Junkyard, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. Hello everyone. Let's play some Star Citizen tonight. If you want to accompany me, Junkyard, you're more than welcome. You can bring your rucksack and I will stop. What we can do is I will stop at every valuable mining opportunity, and that means any hand mining rock that I find. Usually at Daymar, I only find hadanite. Sometimes I do find clusters, and those are pretty valuable. You can pretty much fill your rucksack pretty fast if you find a couple of those clusters of rocks. Let's get some background music. And I would mine with the prospector any rock that is acceptable. Taranite usually is what I'm looking for. And hand mining, you can do the hand mining. I will do it only if there are many rocks or something. If it's just one, it will be yours. What do you say? There's something weird happening with pretzel rocks. I'm gonna leave it there for a while. If that doesn't work, I will try something else. But my internet has been kind of spotty today. Hopefully it will hold out for the stream. At least it is not raining, so I can stream, and well, I don't want to say too much because I might call rain onto me, but when it's raining, my mic picks up the noise from the ceiling, from my roof. Yeah, and it is not working well. Maybe because it is loading Star Citizen? Also I saw a message from my Windows that there are updates available, so I hope my Windows is not downloading updates right now. Hopefully it is not. So how was your weekend, Junkyard? Are you looking forward to the anniversary sales? I wonder. I'm gonna close and open it again and see if that works a little better. Let's see. Let's do a little less volume for me on desktop sounds. Okay, I'm at Levski. I was here because the last time I was playing, I was trying to get some credits so I could upgrade my loadout for the 325A. I usually do that exercise every wipe. It gives me the opportunity to test out stuff. This time I didn't go for the attrition weapons because I understand, as far as I understand, the attritions changed in 3.7.1 or 3.7 from 3.6, and they are not as effective as they were before. So right now what I did, and I only have the reason I want to go mining is because I do not have much money right now. I'm only at 11K. I changed the loadout for my 325A almost completely, and that means in systems I changed my two coolers for echo flows, which is the last components I bought. That is why I'm at Levski, because you can find echo flows at Levski at 41.6k ish. I changed my power plant to a star heart. That was one of the first changes I made, upgrades I made. The star heart is, I have it written down here. The star heart you can find at Olisar for 33.7k. And I changed my two shield generators according to a video I found on YouTube, which looked sound enough. I changed them for a Palisade and a Mirage, which cost me the Mirage at Levski 28.6k, and the Palisade I bought at Hurston L3 or L3, the rest stop, for 23.2k. That's at least on systems my upgrades. On weaponry, I haven't touched missiles. I'm not sure what to do about that, so I'm not going to even bother until I do some research or get some good advice from someone who really knows their stuff around weapons. But this ship comes with all fixed weapons. I felt like I needed a little help, so what I did was I changed at each mount weapon point. I used a gimbal mount, so I could use gimbal weapons. That lowers the size of the weapons you can use by one number, but not by one size. But you can use assistive aim. I don't remember how it's called. But for my nose weapon, which can be a fixed size 4, now I have a gimbal size 3. I used the shredder, which was I'm recycling because that is one of the weapons that was on the wings of the 325A. That is a ballistic weapon. And I have energy weapons. In this case, an NN14 neutron autocannon as weapons on my wings, also gimbal. So I have 3 new gimbal mounts. I bought 2 neutron autocannons, which are size 2s, and I recycled my shredder, which is the ballistic nose-mounted gun right now. Looks like we get to see a little about the Prowler tomorrow on the show. Did they say anything? I haven't checked Twitter. Have they tweeted something interesting How do you know? I want to see the Prowler. Once again, since that is an alien ship, just like I said with the Banu Defender, and I really like the Banu Defender, I want to see the Prowler. I definitely want to see the Prowler. And the Tevarin, I have always said, the Tevarin is a species that I really look forward to interacting in some way. From all the alien species, that's the one I am most interested in, really. You posted it? Let me check it.
This week on the last ISC before CitizenCon, we are talking the tools team, the tools that make Star Citizen's development possible, and taking a behind-the-scenes look at the Asperia Prowler. It's a personnel carrier. It's armored. It has wings like this. All this and more this week, Thursday.
Nice. Must watch. Thank you for that preview. I'm having trouble with press, so I'm gonna have to simply close that one. That is not going to work, sadly. Are you going to play Junkyard? Are you going to be able to get into the game? I'm at Delamar. I could go to Olisar. I think I'm going to start by doing that. I'm going to go to Oli and start from there with the Prospector.
Your ship's all ready for you.
Hangar 2. This is the last ISC before SitCon, man. Next week is SitCon. Yes, it is almost here. A good number of people are going. People from Night Crew are going, and people from Skynet are going. Hangar 2, Hangar 2. From Skynet, Bissell, Arie, and Snake are going. Over here from Night Crew, I believe Kai was mentioning yesterday that he's going. Sigillion is going. I'm not sure if KP is going, but I'm pretty sure that Kai and Sigillion are going. So at least I'll have a couple of close people to relay back info. Okay, what I'm going to do... Well, after when I go to Oli, I will do that.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
What kind of ship do you think we are going to have unveiled? And people are saying that it might be more than one. There have been hints, even some wording in their publications about new ships for SitCon. Not one, but if you had to guess one, I asked this to people on Skynet. What role do you think is going to be filled? People are talking about the capital ship. Maybe we will get a capital ship, but let's try to guess another one, another role. What do you think? I don't know, but I think my perception, and those sell pretty well, is that a heavy combat ship, kind of on the same weight class as the Warden, would be interesting. The Warden is alone right now in that category as a heavy fighter. Let's ask for permission.
You are clear to proceed to assigned land.
Takeoff complete.
Open, yes. Chat is bugged in this version. They have to do something about this. Somehow I got into a direct message with someone, I don't know why. And now it always reappears there. And of course, chat simply won't go away. President Freeman, welcome to the stream. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you have had a couple of great weeks. Last time I streamed was 2 weeks ago. Thank you for stopping by. How are you? Loic Faris, heavy combat or an all-purpose ship. Star Citizen, welcome Loic. Star Citizen has started putting ships into specific roles, and a lot of people seem to want to see ships that are a little more flexible in what they can do. What are you doing Mixer now too? No, I have had an account since I believe last year, and it wasn't the news. So since there's not a lot of enforcement on, even though you should, after your affiliate, maybe not use at the same time accounts. Twitch doesn't go for small streamers who do that, at least not so far. I haven't seen that. So having a presence on Mixer doesn't do anything wrong to you right now. Excited for CitizenCon? Yeah, we all are. I'm really glad that, I have also heard that this one is going to be very, very linked to lore, and I don't know. I have started reading lore, a little of it. I have read a good number of Jump Point magazine lore articles, and some of it is really interesting. And after having so many hours of gameplay in Star Citizen, you can kind of imagine, and I like to do that when I read. I am a slow reader, and the main reason I'm a slow reader is because when I read, and it's even in Spanish, okay? It's not only because it is in English, but when I read, I start imagining what I'm reading, and I will read a paragraph and I will stop and think about it. And sometimes I will reread the paragraph, for example, because I want to make sure about something I just imagined and reconsider through the wording. So I have read about 25 Jump Point articles of lore, and I have seen a good number of videos about the planets and that kind of thing, and they are really interesting. I have heard that for this sitcom they are going to give us a little more of that interaction between the game design and the lore people, the lore staff. So I want to see some of that. I want to see what they do with the Karak. Jonger was mentioning, and I don't know if you were here, I did put it on screen, the announcement that tomorrow the ISC we're going to see a little more about the Prowler. That is very interesting. And just as Loic says, an all-purpose chip would be interesting, and that is something that many people have wanted for a long while. When you talk about modularity and the ability to have a chips that can do more than one job. Thank you for that follow, Captain Stonker, and welcome to the stream. Many people do like that. The thing is, we have to remember that every time we get a chip that is really multi-purpose, we get into that discussion of what is it said in English? Jack of all trades, master of none. And that discussion comes into play the moment you get a chip that allows you to do many things at once. And for example, I think the perfect example, or one of the better examples that we have at hand right now, is the Drake Cutlass. The Drake Cutlass is a great ship right now. At least up until 3.7, it is still a great ship because it's very versatile. It can even let you play multiplayer. You can even play with at least one friend, even maybe more than one, with the Cutlass. And it is a basic ship in Star Citizen's terms, right? So it is always good. It is always good to have that that kind of ship, but not everybody wants that, because some people really want to have ships that are specialized. Especially those who have big fleets. Those who have more than at least, well, not big, but maybe those who have more than 3 or 4 ships. Many times they go into the line of thought that says, well, I want specialized ships. Do you think we will see new star systems in CitizenCon? Well, that's the word on the street. And the reason for that is because of some leaks, apparently. Because the Karak is an exploration ship, and it would only make sense. I'm going to get out of the seat so I do not get interdicted. Even though this is not that long of a jump, but let's try not to get interdicted. The Karak is an exploration ship, so it would make sense to have in the near horizon, the ability to go and jump somewhere else. As I was talking, I participate in a Spanish podcast on every other Sunday. This last Sunday we were talking a little about that. And one of the interesting things, if you go into the star map, or even read about some systems, there are some articles and videos about some specific systems. Not every system is like Stanton. Stanton is kind of an exception. In Stanton we have like 4 or 5 planets, each with 2, 3, 4 moons. So the celestial bodies are there are a lot of celestial bodies, and we have buildings and cities and bases in most of them. But many systems are not like that. Most systems are not like that. The Goldilocks area is really small, so most planets will not have conditions to maintain life, for example. And some systems only have 1 planet or 2. Maybe they have 3, and one of those is going to be on the Goldilocks or green zone, and the other 2 are going to be like one really close to the sun, so it is a scorching metal planet, something that you can only go there with maybe a terrapin or ships that are going to be able to, or maybe stay on the side away from the sun, and those and the other one might be really far away from the sun and a really cold icy planet, maybe like Microtech. So creating other systems, I think the main thing has to be the jump point mechanic, which would be completely new, but it will give us Karak owners the great news that we're not going to have another reclaimer. I'm sorry, Junkyard, I know that I just touched a really difficult subject for you, but yeah, we're not going to have another reclaimer, or we're not going to have another Starfarer, which are ships, big ships in this case, that have a specific role, and you cannot operate with that role right now on the game. You have to use them as trade ships, at most impressive, but not very useful, right? Let me see if I missed any chat I like to not miss. I think I already said thank you, Captain Stonker. You love discovering all the lore as well. Yeah. I haven't read it all. I'm gonna keep reading, because I am planning to do also a couple of videos maybe on YouTube about lore. Although I might make them in Spanish. If there is any interest, I might do subtitles for them. The Cutlass is an excellent ship for multiplayer gameplay in space, for deliveries, FPS mining runs, and bunker runs. Yeah, exactly. You can get 8 people in there, and even a couple of bikes or a cyclone. You can do a lot of stuff with the Cutlass. For where the game is today, more than enough. And thank you for that follow, like. Welcome to the stream. Well, it's speculation, right? New system, but we can hope. Yes, and I am hoping, like, I'm gonna call you Faris. It is kind of easier for me. Faris is easier for me. Hang on, if you aren't in your seat, you don't get interdicted. Yeah, President Freeman, that is a bug. I'm glad you I got to show you this. But yeah, since 3.6, this trick works. I hope it keeps working for a while. If you get out of your seat, you will not get interdicted. A trick I did earlier to that, when I didn't know this, someone gave me, I don't remember who gave me the trick, but also, and I don't know if it still works, if when you were going to get interdicted, you know, when the vibration starts, there was a trick where you could shut down your engines right when the vibration started, and your ship would go out of quantum before reaching the area where the interdicting ship was. So you would have to stop, but you were not going to be jammed. So you could right away start your jump again. That was a trick that worked in 3.6. I'm not sure if it still works on 3.7. Yeah, not till Q3 2020, which is bullshit. They're talking about salvage. Yeah, I know. It's sad. I do want to see that. And you're not alone. I think you did tune into the podcast. I suppose you didn't understand much of it last Sunday, but we were talking about salvage. And Citizen Tech, he's a lot into that line. So he is just in the same place you are. He's just missing salvage. You own both a Karak and a Reclaimer. Yeah, and see, Faris, if that is the case, you're going to have 2 ships, which are not cheap. There are more expensive ones, but they are pretty big ships that you cannot really use. So see, if at least they create an opportunity for us to do some exploration on our system, even if that other system is one of the we have been hearing about, like Pyro, or I don't remember the other one. Those are not very populated systems. You go to the star map, and I think you can see it. If I say star map, it will give you the link. Maybe. Yep. You go to any of those systems. So those systems do not have a lot of stuff. We're planning on getting a character this sale. I was planning to just use it as a tanky hauler until it gets gameplay elements. Do you have it on buyback by any chance, President Freeman? Because I am expecting the character to go up in price. I suppose it is going to be 400 Warbond. But I suspect non-Warbond, it is going to go up in price, because that always happens when ships go into the game, go into the game engine, right? Because it is coming supposedly for 3.8. So it might go up in price from 400. Warbond, it might still be 400. You get interdicted at least twice every single time you quantum, so this is amazing. Glad I helped. Just by that, this stream has been worthy, President Freeman. So I'm glad. There are paperweights right now, but they'll be worth it later. Yes, definitely. I have an agreement with Junkyard. He owns a Reclaimer and also an Orion, and I am going to be part of the crew in some of those industry runs. I will definitely be part of it. I do not own any of those. Okay, I do not see it. So this is one of those bugs where it will not show up. So I'm going to fake like I am going to jump there, but I will not, and come back. No, you don't. However, you don't believe it will go up in price until its flag ready sale. Should be 400 in anniversary. I hope, but we'll see. It is really close, and well, I don't think they are ready to get an early release, because from the roadmap, the number of activities still missing are a lot. Oh yeah, that's it told us when you joined Twitch because of the word anniversary. It is a keyword. I also hopefully it will be like that, but sometimes it will be so close to going live that it might go up in price in the anniversary sale. Hopefully not. You have the carrot from the Explorer pack sold to concierge members. This list is at being worth 400 when you look at what it will claim on the CCU package. Yeah, I also have one, and I bought it for 400. I don't have it on my hanger right now. I have it on buyback, but it will come back the moment it is live. If it did go up in price, what do you think it will go to? Usually percentages are not that heavy. I would not expect it to go higher than 500. I would think maybe 450. 450, 470, not more than that. If it does go up, I don't think it will be less than 450.
Please proceed to assign landing bay.
Landing gear deployed.
I have to be careful. I have been using the prospector, and this ship is not the prospector. It reacts really fast compared to when you compare it to the prospector. Let's try to do a really slow landing. I'm using Junkyard's preferred flight mode, which is uncoupled.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Weapons system is off.
I do not like to use auto landing. I usually don't. You know it's true, Junkyard. You know it's true. Junkyard hates. I don't think he hates, but Junkyard is not too fond of uncoupled mode, decoupled mode. Really? Junkyard, are you coming? My offer is still up. I will stop at any hand mining opportunity. You can have it. I will mine with the prospector. I will join in the hand mining if it is a cluster of rocks. But the good thing about the prospector is that it will detect hand minables on the surface. And there are a good number of, I have found, when I'm lucky, a good number of clusters of rocks, maybe 6, 7, 8 rocks with hadanite. And you can fill up that rucksack really fast. The last time I sold that, you saw, it was 34k. So it's really good. Oh, this is the other thing. The recording that is playing at Olisar, something's going to definitely happen in SitCon, at SitCon. This has to have some kind of I'm not going to say closure because everything is so early, but it needs to have some relation to what is going to happen at SitCon. So we're gonna see what happens. Let's see, I liked it back in 1.6. I don't really use it in this flight model. Too much drift. Decoupled. Yeah. I wasn't playing in before 3.0. I have been a backer since January 2014. So I did have access to early versions of the game. But I tried and it was too painful for me. One of the reasons it was too painful is because, of course, there was less game to play, but also every update you needed to. There was not a patcher then, and you had to download after any update they did. You had to download the whole client, and now, at least now, we are having over here. I am at Panama for anybody who doesn't know. We are now having better internet connections and plans, at least download speeds, for example. Back in the day, in 2014, 15, and up to maybe 16 and 17, we still had download speeds of easily 2 megabits, 5 megabits, and it was a pain to download the client every time CIG made an update. So I did it a couple of times and then I stopped completely because it made no sense to do that with my connection. By 3.0, I had a completely different connection, and now my connection is even higher than what it was in January last year. So now I could do something like that, but now we have the patcher. It is not really a problem anymore. It's behaving like any other game. Yeah, President Freeman, I tried, but then I simply stopped and I said, okay, I'm gonna wait until they have a patcher, an incremental patcher, and then I'll come back, and that's what I did. I was from time to time checking how the development of the game was going, but I wasn't playing, definitely wasn't playing. So now I hear people talking about earlier versions. I have a good number of friends who have been playing all the way through the development, and many people miss the flight system of 1.x and even 2.x. Specific versions, especially dogfighters. I'm not a dogfighter, but I do have a couple of friends who are. You know me, I enjoy just being a taxi most of the time while you stream. If you can drive the prospector if you want. Or would you like to do something else? Do you have a plan? Is there something you would like to do that we haven't been able to do? I could go for that. But you can come escort. You can come and drive the prospector. And I mine manually. Or you can just get into the prospector and accompany me. Or you would like. I'm not sure if the prospector has fuel. I need to check that out before I lift off. I think I used it last time and I did not refuel it, I think. I'll have to check. You know, I'm high for SitCon and know that the update will be soon, so I don't want money. What update, Junkyard? Do you expect an update before 3.8 that is going to be a wipe? Have they announced anything like that? I mean, that's the case for me also. I know that trying to make money is not like something you really should strive for in Star Citizen, because it is going to get wiped. But that's the how do you call it? That's the game loop I am trying to do. I will at some other stream I will do some missions again, because I have been kind of doing missions lately on my latest streams, but I will try to do some of that at some other point in time. Missions do work, but getting some money has been the game loop to upgrade my 325A, for example, that as I was explaining at the start. And my 325A is mostly loaded with non-custom components right now. Systems, at least ship systems. I will have to go and check if there is anything I should be doing with the missiles. I haven't touched those. And I'm not still convinced about the weaponry I am using. I might change the weapons. You still want to find fruit, but that seems impossible. Have you tried again, Junkyard? We looked for that fruit for about 2 hours. Oh, another prospector is... Oh no, that's a freelancer. Hope it doesn't ram me. I think at the end of the keynote that 3.8 will go to PTU for at least consider subs and Evo. That would be really early, because that is... what, by the end of November? Because I am expecting 3.8 live at early 3rd week of January, around there, because that has usually been the pattern lately. We get live after about 2 weeks of the cutoff date to post cutoff date. So we should get 3.8 on January, right? I am expecting, and this patch is really a little different, because I am pretty sure that they are going to give some days to the team. So it could go even into the 3rd week of January before we get live 3.8. That's what I would expect, based on the patterns. Has that happened in the past, Junk? That would be awesome. Yeah. By analyzing patterns, that's not usual. It would be interesting to see something like that. You won't be doing it in January because everyone is on vacation, as far as I know. Yeah, but they will be on vacation not the whole of January, I believe. Maybe the first 2 weeks, but they have to come back. For like 3 weeks in January? Wow.
Launch sequence complete.
Let's change mode. This is a beetle ship. Yeah. We will not be destroyed by
Please visit again.
reefers, right? Last year, how was, well, not last year, how was it this year? With 3.4, do you remember? You rented 2 prospectors. Wow, that's a lot of money, right? Prospector is like 1.6 million? Oh no, that's buying it. How much is a prospector a rental for a day? Like 40k?
Quantum travel complete.
The engines overheat after like 15 seconds of regular flight because they are rented. Because it doesn't. That doesn't. Have you seen that? Did you report that? This is the first time I have seen that, but I haven't rented a prospector, and this is a good way to make money, even if you do not mine a single rock with the prospector. Just by having it, it will allow you to scan easily for hand minables. So it is a good tool. 40k to rent? Uh-oh. I do not want to fight. Let me see if I can jump. Let me find the right destination before I get destroyed by Sherman. Do not fight on the prospector, President Freeman. Is he trying to force them into full red zone and using the afterburner? Because you can't hot rod a mining ship. My friend said he had the same thing happen to his rented Connie. Oh, so that is maybe a bug for the rented ship, for the rental ships, and that is a shame because that is one of the, in my opinion, one of the great things about 3.7. Given especially, and we have a lot of options with ships. We most of us have more than one ship, but for someone who is in the game with just a starter package, game rentals I think are great. I usually put my ships up for available to people in chat and to friends if they want to use them. And I am not using them, by all means. We just have to get in touch, and I will let them use my ships. But not everybody is going to have that opportunity, and to be able to rent a ship gives you that. One of the good things also is that scooter, right? Yeah. Is that the vehicles are also really cheap to rent, and vehicles are fun. They give people a couple of extra options. Let's change mode. My landing gear. I think I can already go into Beetle. At least it is daytime. Just regular flight below red zone. Leaving low Orbital atmosphere at 70 meters per second and the heat just skyrockets. That's one of the things I do not like about Hurston. It's really not that easy to leave the atmosphere. It is a little painful. 3.4 came out in December last year, Kraken. Yeah, okay. 3.5 didn't hit till April. So 3.4 did come on December. Okay. I don't recall precisely, but I think now that you mention it, yeah, that was the case for 3.4 specifically. So we might get 3.8 by the end of December, and if that is the case, getting Evo by the end of November, it's not completely out of the question. Yeah. Oh, and the chat. Okay, what I usually do is I come to Kudre. This was a tip that Drysil gave me last time I was streaming. I come to Kudre Ore, and then I go north from that V-shaped rock formation for Kudre. And after I have been going for a while, let's change. Let's see the distance. See, you can do this with the coupled junkyard. See the beauty of it? Okay, 2 kilometers. The moment I am beyond 2 kilometers, and you could say that barely looking at OM4, a little to the right is usually what I do. I go and start scanning. Okay. And the invitation for going into hand mining is for any of you in chat, guys. If you would like to to try your luck and see if you can do a couple case hand mining, you're welcome to come. I will go look for you. This is Daymar. This is Daymar. Which planet is this? Sorry, I missed the name. Yeah, Daymar. One of Crusader's moons. But yeah, I do want to see the first Tevarine ship. I'm waiting for my Karak, that's the main thing, definitely. But I want to see the first Tevarine ship. Okay. This is a hand mineable. It will appear with that little diamond shape. It is just one rock, because when you get close, if they are several, it will show as several. Gray-headed gamer, thank you for that ray of 16 people. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How was your stream? Everybody who is not following Mr. Gray-headed gamer should do it right now. I hope my bot gives you the shout out. Yes, right there. My server is full. Yeah, that's usually you will have to keep hitting on it. It was good. What were you doing? We are talking about Sitcon and the first Tevarine ship coming in 3.8. We're talking about if we're going to get a new system with the Karak and what is going to be talked about, what ship role is going to be filled with the ships that Sitcon is going to announce. We are because of the wording on some of the publications they have given, we might get a capital ship. That's a heavy rumor. But I think we're also going to get some other kind of ship. And we were talking about, I think we are due a heavy fighter that can kind of compete with the Warden. I think the Warden is alone in that category, but I have asked people. Some people say that it might be a medium mining ship, because there is the Orion and then there is the Prospector, and they think there should be something in the middle. So to anybody who entered, if you know anything, or if you have any guess, be my guest. You're hyped? You're not going, right? A good number of people are going, and not necessarily people who are really close to Manchester. Pyro is one of the options. Let's go mine that little rock. So many questions. Yeah, there's so much stuff. I'm also hyped about, for example, we were talking about that. I'm also hyped about. Apparently, it is going to be very lore related. They're going to give us a good look, apparently, to lore. To anybody who sees what I'm doing and why am I mining with the hand mining tool when I have the Prospector? Just like I tweeted, last time I did this, I mined 30k in Taranite with the Prospector, and I mined 34k in Hadanite with the hand mining tool in one run, because the Prospector helps me find the hand mineable rocks. So that's the idea. Right now I am at 11k. I want to go a little upwards from that and see if I can break my previous record run of my personal record run using both methods of 64k. Too close to the holidays. Yeah. I am not even considering something like that either, but you know, just to know. And this is another thing that I think is great about 3.7. By introducing the hand mining tool, people who don't have a Prospector at least can start using a mechanic that is not available to them. And they can rent the Prospector now. That is another option, and that is good with 3.7. But as President Friedman was saying, apparently there is a bug that some rental ships are having where they overheat really easily. And he has rented 2 prospectors so far, and they both bugged out. They will simply overheat. And an overheated ship is unusable. Okay, here we go. Oh, really? I didn't see it overload, but well, maybe there is some desync. At least I am not injured. Now let's see if I can... Yeah, I can stow. That is another bug I have encountered. I don't know if any of you have seen that. When it explodes, the fragments are still there, but you will have to go look for them. There might be farther away from the initial explosion. Hopefully I will find more than 3. But I have had a bug, I don't know if it is a desync one, where I can fracture the rock, but I cannot stow the fragments. And I have had to simply leave them on the surface, just like that. But from what I saw, I did not overcharge that rock. It shouldn't have exploded. Okay, it seems like I lost the rest of it. I'm not going to keep looking for that. Let's keep going. And the chat is back. Let's see. Thankfully, you can still use it. Just need to exit atmosphere at 50 meters. So the key is not to go to 60 meters per second, President Freeman. At least you know. It takes 30 minutes to exit Hurston. And what if you and you're coming out of Hurston because you want to go mining on a moon that is orbiting Hurston? Is that the reason? Because other planets or stations, even like Olisar, don't have that kind of behavior. You do not have to fight with atmosphere to get out of them. I would really like to go to a sitcom at some point in time. I doubt if at any point in time I go to one, it will be the ones made in Europe, but maybe the ones made in the US. Texas usually? That would make sense.
On. Launch sequence complete.
Okay, let's keep going.
Mining mode off.
Oh. Okay, it is showing up on my screen. I could go back for it, but I am not going to. You see, the prospector can see the fragments. But they were blown far away from the explosion. You got on? Indeed, it is also where I purchased the prospectors. Okay, but when you purchase, I haven't purchased or rented ships yet. When you purchase or rent, they go into your hangar, right? You can recall them at any station. I suppose. Yeah, you could like rent it, go out in another ship to Area 18 or Olisar, for example, and then go back to wherever you want to mine, because I think one of the problems with that bug is that you are going to suffer trying to get out of Hurston. Okay, this is a mineable rock, definitely. Let's see.
Mining mode on.
I hope Citizen will come to Australia at some point. Would love to go. Well, it would kind of make sense if you see there are only 3 regions for Star Citizen servers, and that is. Sorry about that. Apparently my OBS disconnected. Okay, there is a little hand mineable ore here. Let's see if I can get it. It came back, President Freeman. I suppose people should be kind of able to get back to the stream. My OBS disconnected. I saw the message. It kind of does that from time to time, but I'm not sure what it is. I did not get disconnected from the internet. As you can see, I'm still playing, but something definitely happened with the connection for OBS. You can still see me, right? I'm not talking to myself. It says here that I'm connected again, but there was a disconnection. Thank you for standing by. Good, good. Thank you. I just found a cluster. And chat is back. This is not a big cluster, but these are 3 mineable rocks right here. My rucksack with just 3 rocks. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. See my... Wait. Yeah, I do have my rucksack. But I cannot... How do I check my inventory? Okay. There you go. I have 2% of my inventory filled right now because I grabbed 3 little rocks. So you do have to stow a good number of rocks. But every time you break one of those rocks, about 7-8 little rocks will spawn. So after the fracture. So really, when you find these clusters, you kind of fill it up really fast. Yeah. Please press F5. Add this connection over here. Thanks for standing by. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get some music again. I'm not sure what happened earlier. It might work, it might not. But yeah, for sitcom, I am kind of in the tech world. I usually understand the technical side of things, but I am more interested in lore, in this game, in lore and new mechanics and systems they might show us. Not so much in how they explain how server-side OCS works and server meshing and that kind of thing. I can read that on my own, like on the latest Jump magazine from October, where they kind of explained that. It was a really good one. Thank you, Younger, for pointing me towards that one. But in sitcom, I definitely want to see the roots. I'm just another user there. So mining rocks in this way and finding a couple of taranite, hopefully rock formations. I should be hopefully doing, I hope I will be able to do at least 70k in this run. We'll see. Get a little farther away before that explodes. It shouldn't explode. Which is what happened the last time, I don't know why. See? And the trick is, just press F quick after you move backwards or sideways, and it will definitely let you take the next one right away. Move just a little, and just press F. Quick F. Quick F will always automatically apply the default action for the inner talk system. So for example, if you press F and there is stow, carry, and inspect, right? When there are rocks, if you just press F while looking at them, it will stow them really fast. That's the reason sometimes you drop your weapon, because you know inner thought is kind of inaccurate. But also if you're in front of the door, if you just press F quickly, it will open the door and get you into the ship. It will not even barely show the menu. Alright, stream is back for me. It was really weird, your channel wasn't on my live list. Yeah, that also happens sometimes when you get kind of disconnected. It like disappears from the list for a couple of minutes. You was going to say Australia has contributed quite a large proportion of profits to gain considering population. Yeah, and that is the reason I think they will at some point in time do it. I'm mining close to Kudre ore junkyard. When you go to Kudre ore, you will see that Kudre ore is on the tip of a V-shaped rock formation, right? If the tip of that arrow is the south, I'm to the north of Kudre ore. So if you go to Kudre ore, I can, if you are in the server, let's just invite you to my group. And you can go into Discord if you want on the voice channel. You know that. Let's see. It would be here. Members. You should be somewhere around here. Junkyard in space. Did I miss him? Junkyard here. That was our call. Let's cancel. Okay. Junkyard. How do I add you as part of the group? Contacts? Should be able to add you, right? Invite to party was right click. That way you can see me on the map. That's going to be easier. When the game introduced the mechanic for doing transport beacons, I hailed a rescue beacon because I got stranded. I don't remember where. I think it was Jela, and that was maybe more than a year ago. This is an old story. Junkyard came to my rescue on the Reclaimer. That was fun. I expected an Aurora or something like that, and Junkyard appeared with a Reclaimer. I think I have a couple of screenshots of that. I usually power up the mining laser, then fire at it. That order usually serves me well. And hopefully we will not get a prospector hunter. Some people like to go hunt prospectors on Daymar or any place people are mining. Oh, too much. There you go. That was happening the last time I was playing, and a couple of prospectors around me got killed. I was able to escape and sell my wares. I'm having trouble with contrast here. This is something I hope they address soon. It is really difficult when the terrain and the interface are about the same color or hue. Ouch. And there you go. F. See how many fragments? It's like 10 fragments. So each rock is about 10% of your rucksack. If you find a rock formation with 6 rocks, this was a 3 rock formation. I kind of missed the first one because it exploded. I'm not sure it should have exploded, but it did. By that measurement, I should have been able to get 40% of my rucksack with these 2 findings. 40%. And a full rucksack is about, at least from my latest experience, about what? 34k? It's a good way for someone with a basic pack to get the money to go rent a prospector. Hopefully will not overheat. But you see, there are ways for someone with a really basic package to start getting into a game where they can kind of at least rent bigger ships. Younger is coming to my location. Let's see. I hope they will have the Anvil convention at R-Curve this year. Last year it was at Lorville, so yeah, it would make sense if they could create something similar to what they did last year at Lorville, and it was really amazing to have that kind of, it was like a car show, but it was a ship show, right? And every day we had a different manufacturer there, and you would take the elevator and check those out. And for example, the Iris, you could go and check it out really close. Ow! I really liked it. I really liked that that experience. It captured that kind of convention feeling and air to it. It was really cool. How do you tell how full your rucksack and your prospector hold is? Okay, I'll show you right now because this is the last rock in this location. Okay, I just finished stowing all the fragments, right? Okay, I press R to stow my weapon. And if you press F, there's a little dot down here. You press it, and it will show your personal inventory. Remember, you have to have the rucksack, which is an armor item, chest armor item, equipped, so you can have this kind of capacity. Okay, and that is Younger. Let me exit and find a little more contrast. He came in a Connie. Welcome, Younger. Good to see you. Let's see if we can get some contrast with Younger's ship there. Okay, we are at 26% capacity right now. 26% capacity for the rucksack. That is, had a night I have mine by hand. You press F and go to exit. Do any of you think that we are going to get a rework for the constellation? Maybe based on what they're doing on the constellation Taurus? Will it be a little different? And maybe they haven't said they are working in the background to get this ship up to date. I think it is a great multiplayer ship. Oh, nice! He broke the Cyclone. So what are you going to do? You're going to follow me in the Cyclone, Junkyard? Nice. I'm gonna keep going on the Prospector. Oh, and you can scan. What? Which is that one? Oh, you got the RN. Don't move. You will kill me. This This cyclone is the reconnaissance version of the cyclone. This one has the ability to scan, and it will also be useful for when we are going to get land plots. This vehicle specifically has been said that it's going to be able to stake claims of land. It's not going to be like anyone can do it with any vehicle. This one is going to be able to do that, and it is a reconnaissance version of the cyclone. I didn't know you had one of these. This is the one I have. I really like the looks of it, and I think it can be useful in the future. So you can scan with that one, for example. The other cyclones will not let you scan. Okay, on the prospector. In the prospector, when you are in the normal UI, flagged UI, for this ship, it will show you. It will not show you in the normal UI. You have to go into the mining UI. I'll show you. Okay, Junkyard is going to be using the cyclone following me up until those wheels break off. They do not break off so easily as they did before, but they do still break off. Okay, this is the normal UI, but when you go into mining mode, you see right here on the right cargo capacity, and it will start filling up until you get 100%. That is the way you know when you go to 100, you know you have to go back to, in my case, I'll go back to Olisar and sell whatever I have on my prospector. So that's the way you know. In the future, mostly, I don't know if you have been here when I have mentioned that. If you check out the prospector, you will see that it has 4 kind of containers, canisters, I don't know how you could call them, on the sides, 2 on each side. On the initial design pitch, supposedly the prospector has 12 of those. 4 are already installed, the other 4 are somewhere inside the prospector apparently, and they just start filling up when you collect ore. When you fill the 4 that you have attached, you can detach them. Another ship can take those and get them to wherever they are going to be stored or sold, and you attach the other 4 empty canisters and they start filling up until you fill up all 12, and then you have to basically go back for empty canisters. That's kind of the initial pitch. I'm not sure if that is going to stay in the way in the end this ship works, but that's the way it was described. Does that cyclone reveal minerals via scanner? I think it does. Junkyard, have you? I think you have been able to do that, right? You can. Seems like there is a ship or vehicle ahead of us. Not sure, but I'm waiting to test it. Find us some rocks and let's see if I can spot it. Okay. Yeah, it's like saddlebags. There's a ship close to us. Okay, I am going to scan. It could show. Oh, on my scan. Okay, I am in free look mode. Oh, there's a rock really close. I have already scanned it, but just to test your question, follow me. There's a rock right here. Could be go down here. And then up here. and of the last time I used one of those, it auto unflipped. It righted itself up automatically. That was not something I was expecting. It did happen, but there was a trick before 3.7 or 3.6 where you would just power off and power on the cyclone, and it will right itself up. This rock right here is mineable. You see, I could see your scan. Did it show? Or if you set yourself right in front of it, will it show its how it's okay? But if you look straight into it and scan, will it show the component? No. Okay. So it works right now to find chips then, but not for mining. Okay. This is the general direction I'm going to keep going. Sadly, we're going to simply leave that Connie behind. We need to keep scanning and looking for wealth. I'm going to go through the valleys so you can also kind of drive easier. If I find something in any direction to the left or the right of the valley, then I will change course. Okay, here. Yeah, when you see it from a ship, you see those rocks and they do not look that big, but they are huge. The ones you can mine with the prospector. If you get a vehicle like the Cyclone beside it, then you notice, or if you walk beside it, you notice then how big they are. Yeah, there are a couple of rocks here, right here. Let's break. Let's change to mining. Hold and scan it.
Scan initiated.
Tungsten, taranite. This rock has taranite, so this one I am going to definitely mine. When you find, obviously you would love to have bigger percentages. This one is barely readable because of the contrast, but it is 4.21% taranite. After you break it, the pieces, the fragments with taranite might have a higher concentration, but definitely if you find taranite, you want to mine it. Let's go for it. Also, if it has a really high concentration, really high percentage of taranite or any other really valuable mineral, one prospector might not be enough. I have found, look at the size of the Cyclone compared to the rock. I have found rocks that cannot be mined by one prospector. And I have mined rocks with 2 prospectors. It is a thing. Too much. Oh. There you go. Okay, a little more. Let's try not to get too close. Ace. We did not need so much energy. Ouch! Did you survive? Yeah. Good thing. Look at that. It's going to fall over. Almost. fell over Junkyard. You were wise not to stay so close, Junkyard. I did overcharge it a little.
Scan initiated.
Okay, this fragment here, if it doesn't have Taranite, it has nothing in it. Not only Taranite, but yeah, nothing at all. It's empty. So you do not break it up anymore. Let's go for this one.
Scan initiated.
Tungsten.
Scan complete.
Only tungsten. I am not going to break that one up anymore. Let's go for the other ones. When you overcharge rocks, you also lose some mineral. You really want to not overcharge rocks. This fragment only has Taranite at 13.79%, so this one is a good chunk of Taranite, but I still have to break it up a little more. And you can, as you can see, it's going to be delicate because the green line there is really narrow. And the moment the rock goes into that green line, the sensibility changes completely. If you have any question about mining, President Freeman, be my guest, be my guest. I am not an expert, but I have done it since it came out, from time to time.
Extraction mode on.
Okay, let's now, in extraction mode, it will look, the rock will look with a purple outline. This one is empty, so you do not want to extract anything from that because you will not get any money from it. You will extract only rocks. This one is also empty and it is now part of Junkyard's cyclone.
Scan initiated.
You do not want to extract that one. But this one has 48.95% Taranite. This is the one you want. This is the rock you want to extract. Let's see how much percentage we get from that one. It won't be that much. Yeah, 7.33. This one is empty. You do not want to extract that one. 32.11 Taranite. You definitely want to extract this one. So that's the way at least mining works now. In the early days, every fragment had exactly the same composition to each other. And that really didn't make much sense. Now you have to scan each one and make sure that you are not extracting the ones that are not valuable. That was empty. This one is empty. So yeah, that is not what you want. Let's see. This one is not extractable. Let's see how the composition goes. Tungsten. Only tungsten. I do not want that. So that's it. I think this was a fragment, but I think this is another rock. Junkyard. I'm going to scan a second rock and see what it has. This one is aluminum, diamond, in low percentages, so definitely not something I want to mine. So in that first rock, and I maybe missed a couple of percentages there because I fractured the initial rock with too much energy. It exploded, and whenever that happens, you lose some material. You have to be careful. Well, I have learned a bunch so far already in this stream. I'm glad. I usually like to do that. I do enjoy having the company of people like Junkyard who have been in the game and have been doing the same things I do, so I cannot say that maybe they know even more than I do about the game, but when I can help someone in chat, I think that is one of the main purposes of the channel. The game is still incomplete, but there are a couple of in-game mechanics that it is kind of difficult to find a complete explanation of things, and to see someone do it and being able to ask that person directly about it while they are doing it is an easier way to explain and to learn. You always come away with new things to try after watching my stream? Good to know. Hey, you might need a rescue? Sorry, junkyard. What happened? Let's go rescue junkyard. What happened, junkyard? I did see you kind of crashed into one of the fragments, but what? You're inside the fragment? Oh, I see, I see. Okay, what we're going to try to do, we're going to try to, I might get some crime stat for doing this. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice some of my, what I'm going to do, I do not want to get crime stat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice some of my precious space, and I'm going to extract the rock you are leaning into. When it disappears, there you go. So that is completely a loss of profit there, but I helped my friend Junkyard. I was going to boop him, but the moment I touched his cyclone, I was going to get crime stat, and I do not want to get crime stat. People see that and shoot at you, and I don't want people shooting at my prospector. I could have tried to bump the rock, but I'm not sure if it was going to really move. So the easiest way was to simply extract it. Okay, let me see my heading. Let's change here. Let's see where is OM4. There is OM4, so that's the general direction I was going to. I'm gonna change to scan mode again. Let's do a scan. And you can see Junkyard down there. Keep going through this valley. The rocks you see there are the ones I just mined. I'm going to keep looking, heading away from Putreor, which was my original, my initial point. What I usually do is I go this way, kind of to the right of OM4, and I scan, and then I do, when I am at about, I go at most 30k away, sometimes even less, 20k away from Putreor, and when I am at that distance, I do kind of a triangle. I go perpendicular to Kudre, and then go back towards Kudre from the other side, scanning all the way. And doing that, I usually find what I have already shown you. Mineable. That looks fun. That looks like fun, Junkyard. That way I usually get hand mineable rocks and rocks that I can mine with the prospector. Okay, there's a rock right... Well, there's another ship there. Maybe that is your Connie. Okay, I'm not going to go back. There's a rock that I think I haven't checked, but I don't want to go back. Let's keep going. There you go. There's a rock at 2k, 2 kilometers away. Not sure what is the best route for you. Maybe going up this way, Junkyard? Sure. You made a clip? Thank you, President Freeman. I will have to check that out. And now this is a... what, 500 meters away? Yeah, about that. Okay, let's see if this is hand mineable. No, it is I think it is a proper rock. But it is on the other side of this hill. Oh, it is two rocks here. Gold, aluminum, titanium.
Scan complete.
Oh no, it's not two rocks, it's just one rock. One big rock. But you can mine this. You can mine this, but the profit for this kind of rock is really, really low. So I'm not going to even bother. I'm gonna keep going. Let's see if we can find something else. Okay, there's something else nearby. Yeah, not so far away, really. Where is Junkyard? It's coming that way. I found another one, Junkyard. Follow my lead. Don't go to where I'm at. I'm going to go 2 kilometers in this direction. Usually the mineable rocks for the ones that you can mine with the prospector are kind of the same size. They are different. If this one is a mineable rock by a prospector, one of those classic mineable rocks, you will see that they have a classification. Oh, there are 3 locations here. Okay, 1.2. This is closer. This one's closer. You will see that there are different kinds of rocks. Let's scan this one. This is a shale deposit. And this one has gold and aluminum. The kind of deposit will determine the minerals that you will find inside of them. But the 2 types of minables are these kinds of rock, really in really general terms, are these kinds of rocks, and the ones that you can mine by hand, for example. This one is also, when they keep that that icon, which is like a rock, you have to mine those with the prospector. If they show up as a diamond when you get closer, this is shale also. So the same thing, gold and aluminum. But there's a third one in this direction. Oh, and there is a fourth one. This is closer. Let's go to this one. Let's see if it is the same kind. Yeah, the 2 kinds, if you go for hand mineable or ship mineable, yes. Yes, those are the 2 kinds. Okay. I have 3 rocks here, side by side. This is a nice, I'm not sure if that's the way you say that, but this is a nice deposit. But it is not so nice really, because aluminum and tungsten is not going to pay you much. Diamond, aluminum. The 3 of these are nice deposits, and as you can see, they are kind of sharing the same types of minerals. This one is aluminum and tungsten. And none of those convinces me about it. Oh, Junior got here. Nice. Oh, don't crash. And as you can see, the sun is getting lower. Soon, we might go into dark mode. And I'm not sure how well Junior is going to do on that cycle. I'm going to come back this way, Junior. Give me just a minute. I'm not sure if you want to follow me in this one. Give me just a minute. Because this is really rocky terrain and you might have some trouble getting here before I leave. Let's see. That was corundum. Hephaestanite is not that bad if you find it in high concentrations, but 2% hephaestanite might not be that good. So I am not going to mine that one either. If you want to make some profit, you basically need to have patience and look for good rocks. But also there are areas where you can find them, and apparently when at least at Daymar, close to mining locations, in this case Kudre is a mining company, you will find good deposits. Okay, I'm not sure this is the right direction. Okay, there are 2 rocks here. This one is closer. Oh, and there's a hand mineable here also. Let's do this. Maybe you would like to come over here, Younger, if you can. Not sure. If you... How far away are you? Looks like there's a contact on radar. There might be a couple... I saw a scan. Junkyard is 3 kilometers away. I saw a hit that at some point in time it was Junkyard's ship, because we are going kind of round and round around the area. Maybe we are closer again to... That's a ship there. But we are too far away to scan it. Let's see if it shows up. See, I cannot see the detail, but there's a ship there. But that is Junkyard's Connie. I haven't seen another ship. I don't think there is another ship. I'm going to leave this rock. If Junkyard can get here, I'm going to leave this rock for him to mine. Right here. That is a hand mineable. That is why when the icon appears, it appears as a diamond. Yeah, and you do have to be on the lookout. It's not like you can fight back or that necessarily you're going to be able to escape. But yes, you need to have situational awareness. Because people will hunt your prospector and they will simply kill you. There's not much to do in the game, and some people just can't help themselves and will kill prospectors. Just like they will simply pat ram you at Olisar. Okay, let's see if this is the one.
Scan initiated. Scan initiated. Scan initiated.
Okay, it is not scanning.
Scan initiated.
There you go. Obsidian deposit. This one has a hephaestanite, corundum, and that's it, but only 2%. And again, you can extract that, but it will not give you much. And when I say it will not give you much, you can start extracting those rocks, go back to Olisar, and just get like... Stop there, Younger, stop there. I think you're really close to the rock. You could be able to mine. See, it was really somewhere around here. It's right here. Now you can come towards me. It is just one, but ouch. That was captured on the stream, Younger. Right here. There's a mineable here. Can you see it? Does your scan show it? Let's see, what kind of ore percentage should you look for? If you find taronite, or you find laranite, or maybe even bexalite, I would say go for it. Doesn't matter how much. If you find hephaestanite, the ones we have been finding here, if you find like at least over 8, 9, 10, I don't know, something over that, then go for that, for those ones. If they are like 2%, you don't want to do all this, go back to Olisar and sell it for 500 AUEC. No, it's just not worth it. And it is almost dusk. I'm gonna be really close by Junkyard. I'm gonna check this one. I think I haven't scanned this one. And I'll come back. Let's see how good it is. You are going to love this one, Junkyard. This is a hand mineable cluster, and it has a couple rocks. Let's see how many. Only 2. I thought it was going to be more than 2, but it is not 1, but 2. And it is all when you find around here, when you find hand minables, it is hadanite. I haven't found any other mineral. Hadanite. That's it. It does not, sadly. What doesn't? Were you not able to mine it, Junkyard? Let's go check our friend. You couldn't scan with the... Okay. Yeah, apparently maybe this vehicle is not going to be useful for that. Maybe that's the case. It would be nice if you could prospect using that cyclone. I'm just giving you a little help with lighting. I know it's getting dark, my friend. Were you able to mine? I found 2 more about 1.7 kilometers from here. What are you mining, Crusader, Junkyard? I see you firing up in the sky. Is that what you're doing, or is it just desync? Okay, this one is this way. Easy for me to get there. Not sure how easy it is going to be for you. Not so difficult. I think there is no big obstacle here. Oh, you would be away from keyboard? Okay. I'm gonna mine one of these. I'm gonna leave the other one to you. I hope they allow more ships to scan for rocks eventually. Would love to use my 315p for mining. The 315p is what? That is the exploration variant? Okay, now where am I going to park? Let's try here. See if we can do that. Kind of tight. But I think that worked. Yeah. Lights out. We don't want to call the attention of any pirates or anything. Let's get out of the ship. I'm gonna mine one of those rocks. I'm going to leave the other one to Junkyard when he comes back. The exploration pathfinding. It is described as having an advanced scanner system, so it would make sense. Yeah, but the thing is that when CIG has described scanners, they have also made an effort to state that there is more than one kind of. So yeah, I'm not sure. I would guess that kind of scanner, just like the Recon Cyclone, is not going to help us much for mining. And for example, pathfinding, I don't know if you were here the other day, we were discussing about those roles. For exploration, there are like two kinds of, there's a division between what is exploration and pathfinding. And for example, the Terrapin is a pathfinder, while the Karak is a full exploration ship. So it will be interesting to see what the Dur is going to be really in the end, if you're going to be able to compare it more to the Karak or to the Terrapin, and what the 315p is going to be able to. It will definitely have a better array of sensors than the rest of the 300 series, but I think it is going to be more towards maybe as a pathfinder, doing recon, you know, going to the beyond the front line, for example, and checking what is out there, checking if there is danger, if there is hostile ship or base, or I don't know, something like that, anomaly. That pathfinding role, I usually draw parallels to more like recon work. I don't know if you have done hand mining, but remember, if you at any time want to do it, you first need to buy the necessary equipment. You have to get your rucksack, which is that yellow chest piece with extra cargo capacity. It looks like this on the personal equipment manager. The armor. Under armor, I said torso. You can buy this at Olisar, but you can also buy it at Hurston. Olisar is easier. MacFlex rucksack core. It's a torso piece. That's the one you need. And then you need to go to Levski or Hurston and buy the multi-tool and buy the orbit mining attachment, both. Because the multi-tool does not come with this attachment, it comes with a basic like fixing attachment, like a torch. You need to buy both of these, and both of these items you can buy at Levski or Hurston. Okay, let's mine our rock. The other one is going to be, okay, there's light. I'm guessing that light was junkyards somehow affecting us. Yeah, interesting. He was behind the rocks, and his light was still showing up over here. That is why you dislike the downsizing of the character from 150 to 120. Would have been good to park my 315p inside. Yeah, I think that was going to be the main usage of that bigger character. The only reason I think that might benefit us, President Freeman, is when jump points come into the game, they're going to have sizes. So if you get a ship that is too big for a jump point size, you will not be able to use the jump point. You might be able to get to the system you want to get, but you might have to take a different route towards others, through other systems to get to your final destination. It could be longer, it could be more dangerous. It depends. So I think that size change did get was in part, or will be in part, responsible for us to be able to fit into up to medium jump points. I think the character is not going to be able to use small jump points, but it might squeeze us into a medium jump point. Not sure, but there is that. This is the stuff of screenshots, so I am definitely going to screenshot two people mining rocks at the same time. With the prospector in the background. He's posing for the photo. Okay, this is interesting. I have never tried mining with while going prone. Rysel, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. I am right now mining close to the area you showed me last time. Thank you for that tip. It has been really cool to mine around here. Last time I tried, I did a about 30k with the prospector and 34k with the hand mining tool. How are you doing, my friend? What's your record over here at Daima around Kudre? Or you guys it makes sense? Less of your body can be hit by exploding rocks? Yeah? He got into the prospector. Nice. It works. The party system in some respects does work. Oh, and the engines are down, Junkyard. You only need to press I if you want to turn on the ship. I would be enough. Oh. And stow dance. There you go. Mine. 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 I would think it is better to keep your head as far away from the explosion. Yeah, it's decisions. I don't get in the ship, I'm about to suffocate. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You were using the cyclone. You need to replenish your oxygen. Okay. Still, this rock is yours, Junkyard. So, come get it when you replenish. 33k with the prospector. But have you done this, Dreisel? Instead of just mining with the prospector, the last time, my last run, I did 64. I did 30k with the prospector and 34k with the hand mining tool on the same run. Let's see how full we are. We're at 35% on the rucksack. I don't know, anybody in chat knows, if I fill up that 100% and I create a box, I box it with the option here, this one, okay? It will create a physical box, like the ones you use for missions. I can, for example, put it on the floor here. Will I be able to keep mining, for example, then with, again, 0% on my rucksack and then go to any place and sell that all at the same time? I am not so willing to do it because it will take more time and it is more risky to lose your time investment, because it is not like trading where you have to use your money to invest. Over here you are mostly investing time, but the server could disconnect, my internet could go away, someone could destroy my ship, I could crash my ship, that kind of thing. So I usually might not want to do that, but is that the way it works? You take it, it will be my payment for Air and Rescue earlier. No, go get it, Junkyard. Get it. Mine it. I will keep looking for rocks to mine on the prospector. Yeah, I do that. There are other nothing but hand mining rocks there, and in a few places they have like 3, 4. Yeah, exactly. We found this one was 2 rocks. I found a previous cluster of 3 rocks, but I have found clusters of 7 rocks. The last time I played, I found a cluster that was like 7 rocks. A really good one. Ow. I guess you just fractured the rock, right? I'm gonna keep looking for... Okay, before that, let's set our bearings. Where is OM4? Although Junkyard Ship is helping me know where I'm at, it does help. So let's scan once again. Let's see what we have close to us. Okay, there's something here. Go for it.
Mining mode on. Mining mode off.
Too far away still.
Mining mode on.
See? This nice deposit is taronite. It does have beryl and tungsten, but it is taronite. At 6.28, definitely I'm going to fracture this. Or try to. And see how I'm not even tickling that rock? But we will. 6.28 is not that much, I believe. Let's see how close we need to be to start affecting the rock. It does have a high resistance. We might not be able to do it. Is that a ship?
Mining mode off.
One is firing at me. Oh, what did I do? This is not good. It's Rizel. Yeah, you frightened me, Rizel. What are you using today? That's your vanguard. Nice. Nice ship. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can mine that one. If you see when you scan a rock that you have already scanned with the mining mode, you can see that mass, instability, power transfer resist, and it even says the optimal power window, which is 0.42 to 0.49 supposedly. I'm not sure if those numbers are really helpful at some point in time, but I don't think I'm going to be able to mine this one because of the resistance apparently. But I'm gonna try. I'm going to go 100%. Okay, 100%. And I'm going to get really close. If I get really close to it, and it still doesn't tickle at the rock energy level there, then that means that this rock, for you to be able to mine it, this is the type of rock that would need a second prospector. You can see I am basically in front of the rock, right on its face. I could even land. See?
Landing successful.
And I can press R to move the mining laser around, and it's still not going on.
Launch sequence complete.
This could prove to be deadly. I can try different spots. Yeah, this one seems to be kind of a soft spot. You're right. Maybe.
Mining mode off. Mining mode on.
I'm trying, I'll try. Exactly. Whatever this rock is made of, we could do great armor for ships. Oh, and Junkyard is helping me. Thank you, Junkyard. Any help is appreciated. But that looks really dangerous for you. This rock, if we do get it to budge, it's going to be really unstable. You see, we are at 100% right on the face of the rock, and it is still barely registering our effort. It's kind of doing it, but Junkyard is really courageous. Boop. You're gonna bring your prospector? Sure, be my guest. Hey, Defu. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Long time no see, really. I haven't seen you much online, streaming at least. I know that you do the rounds. I have seen you chatting in some channels I lurk. But good to see you. How are you? Going to Manchester? Okay, Drysdale is going to bring his prospector. This is going to be interesting. We should be able with another prospector to mine this one. And let's see the percentage of Saranite, how good it pays off. But definitely with one prospector, I'm not going to be able to break it. And right on its face, at 100%, I have basically rotated around it, and it is not budging, so yeah, we're not getting it. Let's see, I do not want to kill Junkyard. Where are you? Okay. I'm going to shut off. And I'm going to back just a little.
Landing successful.
You're going to Manchester? Nice, nice. When do you leave? Are you going to? Are you going in a group? A couple of space crews are going or something? Because, for example, I know that from the night crew, Kai is going and Sigillian is going. So they are. I know they have some accommodations already planned. I'm not sure if they rented something or went into a hotel. Also, people from the other group I am at. From the Spanish community, a couple of them are going, and one of them does live in the UK, but not specifically in Manchester, but they are going to share, so it's going to be really fun. Good for you. Hope you have fun. I'm going to be checking out whatever you guys tweet and show us. Cool. Okay, in the meantime, while Drysel gets here, then I'm going to let's get out of the ship for a while. Tefu, what do you think is going to be shown? What new ship do you think is going to be shown at SitCon? What are we going to get? Can you imagine if I can mine it with... Can I get to mine it with the hand mining tool? Last time I was mining, I did find a couple of hand mineable rocks inside another rock, and it was impossible to get them. I could see them by clipping, by going into the rock. That rock specifically let me kind of clip, but did not let me get to the rock, to the mineable rock per se. It was right there, and it was like 5 rocks, so it would have been good profit. I guess Drysel warped to Walisar. I can invite Drysel also to the, because he can. Well, he will be able to find us because of his ship, but still. Send an invite. I sent an invite, Drysel, so you can join if you want to. Oh, he's really close already. I'm gonna get into my ship. Alright, man, I need to head out for a bit. Thanks again for all your help. President Freeman, always a pleasure. Thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you soon. Hope we can play at some point in time. Always welcome. Thank you. I will post on, maybe on Twitter, but I will definitely post it on Discord. How we finally do with the run. If we are able to get back to Wally. That's not always the case. Okay. Since you have more experience than me, Dreisel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 100% a little close to the rock, and you do the variation, okay? Careful, Younger, I don't want to crush you. Let's see. I'm gonna go 100. I do not want to mine Dreisel. See, now we are getting somewhere. See you later, Freeman. Okay, I'm gonna keep it at 90% right here. Too much, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. Okay. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to land here and give it let's say 85%. I'm going to leave it at 85% and you do the variation, because I think doing 100% might be too much. Junkyard, I hope you are not close to that rock. Hide. Junkyard has a dead witch. He really trusts Dreisel. Nice. Ow! That rock came right towards me, but nice, nice. Fracture, Dreisel, nice. It was impossible to do it by myself. Okay, this one is just tungsten. So this one is not the one we want. Here we got beryl and taranite. I'm gonna try to fracture this one. Junkyard is one of the rocks really close to you, so I think you should maybe move a little. Wow, there is lag. Perfect. Let's see what we got here. Taranite. That's good. Mostly burial, but a little taranite. I'm going to extract it. Just burial. Nope. This one's got nothing. Burial. Tungsten. No. Better than tungsten. Wow, that one is nice, Rifle. Get it, it's 17.47% Taranite. That one is definitely one to fracture. That's just burial. Wow, there's a lot of Taranite on that one. You're going to give me the rocks, Rifle? Really? Time for you to go snooze. 1:30 AM for you, and you're yawning so hard. Sure, Junkyard. Thank you for stopping by. Remember to sell whatever you got. It's just a little bit. Whatever you got on your rucksack. Try not to lose it. There's really good Taranite in that one you already fractured, Rifle. Thank you very much. Have a good night, Junkyard. As always, thank you for stopping by. That one's empty. That one is just tungsten. I think we already have. Oh no, this one is Taranite also. Get it? That one's empty. Empty. Okay, I think I got all the Taranite pieces already. Very nice. Just one more rock with a little taranite and I will be full. I will be filled. Thank you very much, Dreisel, for that help. I would not have been able to mine this rock by myself. I know for sure. Here. Gold and aluminum. I don't know why, but I believe we have already scanned this one. Gold and aluminum again. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Where is OM4? That's good error, but I think how far is it from us? 12.4. I'm gonna go this way and scan. Two-hand mining where you are? On my way. I still have space on my rucksack. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think that is Jonger's ship I'm following. Give me just a minute, let me see what I have here. What this is.
Scan initiated. Scan complete.
Really? Dreisel is, yeah, the other way around. Sorry, Dreisel. I was following the wrong ship. I can still see Jonger's ship. Dreisel, if you scan my ship, what percentage is it showing? I should not be at 100%. I have received a couple of blasts already during this mining expedition. Not a good idea. Let's do it this way. $24 HP and 801 content. Okay. So it does. It even shows how filled you are with cargo. Is that it? Is it like maybe 8 SUs? Let's see. I think it was somewhere around here. Okay, there are some floating rocks here. I still can't find the minables. I'm gonna have to go in again and scan or check it out from outside, from inside the ship. Supposedly they are both here, but I couldn't see them. I don't know, but I kind of recognize this place. I think this is where we just mined, and they are still registering as if they are there, but they really are not. These are the... oh no, they are. Looks like they are. Let's see. I'm gonna try and get it. No, they're not here. Nope, not here. I'm gonna go for the next one. Because they are not showing when I go down. I think this is the same place I just mined earlier with Junkyard, we found 2 rocks. We mined them, and I think they're still showing up when you scan, but they are not really, they haven't spawned back yet. But they show up on scan. That's my theory. Try just opening the ladder, then jump out, and it will be there when you want to go back in much faster. Okay, yeah, that's a good advice. It will save me some time. Yeah, these are the same spots we already mined. I think they haven't spawned yet, but they are showing up on the scans.
Scan initiated. Mining mode on. Scan complete. Mining mode off. Mining mode on.
I believe I have already been here.
Scan complete.
The scan is a lie.
Scan initiated. Scan initiated. Scan complete. Mining mode off.
It won't even show. I won't even try.
Mining mode on.
Ow. Let's try Rice's advice. Let's do Just open door? No. Would be open ladder. There it is. Dreiser, are you getting anything this anniversary sale? You have your sights on something? Like a kraken. Haven't found anything good. Yeah, the rock we just mined earlier, this one you helped me with, and I found a good one earlier on, but tonight, yeah, it has been a little difficult to find mineable rocks for the prospector, at least, as opposed to the last time I tried. I did find rather easily, even though we do not have any competition. Last time I had like 2 other prospectors in the area, and still I was able to get pretty good rocks, easier than tonight. Let me see where I'm at percentage-wise.
Engines on.
I'm at 87, so I'm almost filled. I only need 1 more rock and I will be 100%, so...
Launch sequence complete. Flight mode off.
Yeah, my interface is wonky. I don't think this is the way it should look, but we can manage it. Or at least try. Okay, that is OM2. That is OM4. There is Dreiser. Okay, you found something? Okay. What percentage of Bexalite, Dreiser? How do you decide when you find something that is not Laranite or Taranite, or you always mine Bexalite, for example? Okay, price of the ship. Oof. Taranite and Vexalite are the only minerals you take, okay. Yeah, that's usually the case. So it's independent. Taranite I usually take any percentage. Vexalite pays, I think, a little less. Sometimes I try to find like higher percentages maybe. Okay, you are behind this hill. The next hill.
Mining mode off. Mining mode on.
Okay, there's something weird happening with my ship interface. I'm going to land, get out of the seat, and go back in. Because there's something weird going on there. There you go. That's better.
Launch sequence complete. Mining mode on. Scan complete.
¿Qué pasó, Ari? ¿Cómo vamos? Bienvenido al canal, ¿cómo va eso? Buenos días.
On. Scan initiated.
Haciendo mi recorrido aquí con el señor Dreisil, que es quien me ha dado los tips de Daymar.
Initiated.
De hecho, si revisan en algún momento el VOD, más temprano, hace unos minutos atrás, me ayudó a minar una roca que era imposible minar por mí mismo, ¿eh? Imposible. La hicimos entre los dos prospectors. Vamos a ver los porcentajes.
Scan initiated.
Él estaba quebrando otras. Tiene mejor porcentaje de Vexalite. Esa va a ser la solución. Punto 46.
Scan initiated.
Yeah, exactly. I will exactly do that Thank you, thank you. I almost started extracting something I found back there, but yeah, since I am already almost filled,
Scan
we
initiated.
should definitely use only the
Scan initiated.
ones with the best percentage.
Initiated.
Let's see. This one is
Scan complete.
only random, so no.
Scan initiated.
This one is 3.66 Vexalite and 9%.
Initiated. Scan complete.
That one is just burial.
Scan initiated.
This is corundum 9% and Vexalite 3%.
Scan initiated. Scan complete. Scan initiated. Scan initiated. Scan complete. Extraction mode on.
Okay, this one says Vexalite 1.60, but we would have to break it to know.
Scan initiated.
Difficult to scan. Too many different rock.
Scan complete.
If I can do it.
Fracture mode on.
One with 4, another one with 6. Those look good. Okay, yeah.
Scan initiated. Scan initiated. Extraction mode on. Scan initiated.
This one is 1%.
Scan complete. Scan initiated. Scan complete. Scan initiated. Scan complete.
Okay, there should be one with 6. Let's look for that one.
Scan complete.
That one, okay. Yeah.
Scan complete.
That's the perfect laser pointer rifle.
Scan complete. Warning. Storage full.
Okay, I'm filled. Thank you very much for your help, Drysel. Especially with that rock, I think that was an interesting clip right there, breaking that rock with 2 prospectors. The last time I did that was like in 3.3, 3.4, I believe. I'm gonna go sell what I have right now because I think that was a good run. Before something happens. Change mode. Retract.
Mining mode off.
I do like mining also. Arianeo, who is part of Skynet, he also likes mining a lot, right? So it's one of his preferred activities in the verse.
Landing gear down. Overheating. Hydrogen fuel at 75%.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Not exactly, but close enough. That was a perfect landing. Let's see how much we get for this run on the prospector. I didn't feel much of my rucksack, but I got some rocks. Let's see how much, the percentage at least. Let's check it out. I got my rucksack up to 43%. So I should be getting somewhere around maybe 14k. Let's check it out first. Sell. Personal inventory. Yeah, 14.3k. Not even getting it filled. Let's see from the prospector's point of view. 29.4 Drysel, almost 30k. I got 27,000, almost 28 from Taranite, and the Bexalite we picked was 0.57% of the cargo, and it sold for 740. Definitely Taranite is the big hitter there. Let's sell it. Got it. So right now we started with 11k, and we are now, because of this run, at 54.8k. We were able to do that in about maybe 2 hours and a little more, because even though I started playing at about 11:15, 11:10, I woke up at Levski, and then I went all the way back to Olisar. I was chatting with chat, and we got about 2 hours and a little more out of it, for a profit of close to 43k. So not bad. Not bad at all. It would be about 20k per hour doing it this way. No, I do not have a cat. I do not have any big ship right now. The biggest ship I'm gonna have soon probably is going to be the cat rack. I do not have a cat. Why? That amount is one of the starter amounts for cat trading? Or were you going to compare the amount of money you can make per hour doing the different activities that are available right now, at least? Because I know that you can do hundreds of thousands of grades with cats doing the right minerals or commodities, really, and the right routes. I have seen Ravir and Segilion and a couple others do profit from that. The cat is right now, I think, the elite trading ship, right? Exactly, Arieneo. This is the perfect moment to remind you that you owe me some information. Indeed. And you do know that I do give back information from time to time, so... But if you see, tonight, I didn't keep on going, I didn't fill my rucksack, but it was going to be another about 60-something K, but it was a 43K night, or run at least. I could do another run and do 80K, but yeah, the record was not broken, but it will be broken. It will be. I can make 100K? Yeah, of course. Now you run from Mon at Hurston to Oli, spend 400K and earn 100K. It takes about 30 minutes exactly. I guess that is possible with a cat and the right commodity. Okay. Do send me those that info when you have it. I will make sure not to. Maybe not. I might not show it on stream to keep your secret alive, but I do need the information. That is definitely important. I'm going to not retrieve. I'm going to claim this ship, at least at Delamar, because I don't want it to be there. Okay, maybe if I... Okay, yeah. The Prospector, I think it was at about 80% fuel, so no need to really do anything to it. I could reclaim it, but nah, no need. I will sadly stop my stream here because I do need to do some stuff. At least I was able to go online for a couple hours. I think it's important to have at least some presence once a week or twice. Maybe 3 times would be perfect, but I will not make any promises because I haven't been able to do that. My next stream might be most probably done on Skynet's channel, so that we get the account up to affiliate status soon, hopefully. But I can see that we should be able to do it pretty soon. Tragante, bienvenido, ¿cómo está usted, señor? Buenos días. Desayunando, me imagino. Bueno verlo por acá. Lastimosamente me agarró saliendo, pero saludos hasta España. Vamos a ver quién anda por ahí. Let's check out. Dreisel, thank you very much for stopping by, for getting into the server and helping me. You went there with 2 different ships. You went with your Vanguard and then with the Prospector to help me mine that impossible rock. I hope we're able to play sometime again, but I need to get some sleep. Sadly, it is 2:16. I usually get go to sleep a little later than this, but I need to wake up early enough to make the decision to go get some sleep. Let's see who is streaming and send over there a couple of people over here. Well, Henken is streaming. I think he sent some people last time over here. I think we should go raid Henken. Let's do a little raid. Mr. Henken, say hi. Vamos a hacer un pequeño raid al señor Henken, que la última vez creo que también me hizo un pequeño raid por acá. Vamos a ver. Oh, I closed this. I closed it. Leonues 10, bienvenido, gusto verte. Lastimosamente estoy saliendo del directo, pero un gusto tenerte en el canal. Bienvenido, qué bueno tenerte desde Argentina. Y gracias por el follow. Bienvenido al canal. Espero que la próxima vez pueda... es temprano en Argentina, ¿eh? De madrugada, casi. Creo que nada más son 2 horas de diferencia. Acá son las 2, así que ya son las 4 si no me equivoco. Buen día y ojalá podamos compartir un poquito más en un siguiente directo, ¿no? Veamos, vamos a hacerle el raid al señor Henken, si me deja. Me deja. Señores, un placer. Digan hola por allá al señor Henken y nos vemos la próxima. Un placer como siempre.
Hey, Kraken JR, what's up, man? Coming in with that raid. Let me get your shout out here. Thank you, Strigly. How was your stream, man? Guys, as is the rule of this channel, anytime we get a raid, follow, or subscriber, I will throw you guys a raffle. Hey, there's those Krakens in chat. 07's to you, man. Exclamation join, guys, in chat. Get in on this multi raffle. Is it multi or single? Single raffle. Thanks to Kraken JR for that awesome raid. It was cool. I got some mining